don't worry, this isn't school. One is I want to quickly go around, and if there's, this is not mandatory, but if there is an issue that you think disproportionately impacts women that we haven't talked about, I just want to make sure, I'm a teacher. I'm used to the quiet kids in the back who don't talk, making sure they have a chance to say them. And then I actually want to spend a few minutes saying, are there 2 or 3 issues that you think, again, we've talked about a lot of different things, are issues that when you're running for Congress or when you're in Congress, but certainly when you're running for Congress, you're breathing through a straw because you've got things going on in your life. Barbara luckily has not too much else because otherwise she's doing so much work here. But most,
no, you didn't hear the end. It was a good ending.
Most people are doing 1,000 other things. They're dealing with their family life, they're dealing with their work, they're insecure in their jobs, and if they see one thing, that we're lucky. So what are those 1 or 2 things or areas that we can reach out and really connect with people on that you think could be one of our priorities during this campaign? So first I just want to go around and make sure, what is something that you haven't heard, Joan? I know that there's...
Well, I mean, my issue always has been poverty, and it still is. Yeah. And, women are poorer than men. I don't care which way you look at it. And I think that the income inequality in this country is just awful.
And women of color.
Whatever level you're talking about, it's terrible across the board. And it doesn't mean that there aren't poor men, because there are. So it's wonderful because you're addressing inequality, you're addressing all of us, but women even more because women are poor.
I'm sorry, I forgot your name. It's Kimberly. Yeah.
The elderly, caring for the elderly in the home health care, which that's really, really important, and it's really not addressed. And insurance issues, and the fact that people end up on Medicaid because they have to in order to get the help. It's catch-22. You have to spend down, you have to get rid of everything you own in order to be able to go to a nursing home or get that type of help.
Because there's this donut hole if you're...
And it's ridiculous, but they touched on it and very well, so yeah, that's...
Thank you.
I think taxes have to be addressed.
Yes.
Okay? Using the money appropriately, first of all. People's school taxes can't keep going up. Their state, county, and town taxes can't keep going up. And, I don't know what the solution is, but, I just see that because what I do, I see that people are very focused on that issue. And, you have to pay your taxes, and then you have your income taxes, etc. But I think that's a very hard issue, and it affects everybody. I don't have a solution.
Tax the rich.
Well, if I am so lucky to win next week, my likely opponent is John Faso, who is talking about how the state should carry the burden instead of the counties, which I agree with. I already ran for governor. Some of these issues are issues we can deal with in Congress. Some of them really aren't.
Right.
And at least, however, I can address people's pain because the property taxes are out of control.
Well, what they want to do is they want to because they cut the county tax, but when you have the services, where are you going to get the services from? Or you cut the state tax, where do they think people are, say build a road?
Well,
where are you going to get the money from?
Yeah, and being very clear about, there really are some companies that essentially don't pay taxes.
Right.
And it used to be like 15, I'm going to get my numbers wrong. Rob, what are my numbers on corporate tax as a percentage of revenue? Corporate taxes nationally used to be a much higher percentage of the revenue, and basically what a handful, not most companies aren't doing this. Most companies don't get the benefit, but a handful of companies have spent all this money lobbying, so they just don't pay as many taxes. So I think being really clear about who's not paying right now. So Joan, you've been quiet. I want to hear what you're going to say.
Oh goodness. I just have to be honest in a way. I think everything has become so bureaucratic that, our infrastructure is somewhat suffering. And just as someone involved in business.